In this video, I'll be sharing 3 things I was not expecting to love about Tanzania, to experience in Tanzania. Let's get to it. The first one is Tanzania is so much safer than I thought it would be. It's so welcoming. The people are loving here. Love how safe you feel when you're walking around. One thing I will say about this though is that for women, the men do approach you a lot more and ask you questions and stuff. As a guy, it's a lot easier for me, for sure. I don't want to ignore that point. So the guys are a lot more forward with the women. I wouldn't say that they're creepy or that they push the boundaries way too much. It's the way that they talk and come up to you and approach you a lot more than normal, depending on the culture you come from, for sure. In general though, the safety is amazing. You're not worried about someone stealing all of your stuff and beating you up in the middle of the street, whatever. No, the people are gonna say hi to you, they're gonna respect you, as long as you respect them as well. All right, the second thing is I was really surprised by the diversity of the landscape here. I was able to travel to different parts of Tanzania, one of them being Kahama, and that one has more of that dry feel that you kind of picture for Africa. A lot of dirt, a lot of dust. Yes, there is greenery. It's not a desert or anything like that, but it was a lot drier, and we did a lot of volunteer projects out there, dug wells. But then there's other parts of the country that are so green. Arusha, which is where a lot of tourists, if you've ever traveled to do a safari there or hike Kilimanjaro, you'll notice it is very green, lush, beautiful forests and fields of grass. I don't know. I was in love with it. It felt very mountainy, and I love that. Arusha and Kilimanjaro, that whole area, it has a lot of waterfalls. They have a lot of hikes that you can do, swimming. There's even hot springs there, which is really neat. Also, another part of the landscape is they have a lot of islands off the coast. The most popular, I imagine, is Zanzibar. And this island I've spent a lot of time in, and I gotta say, the diversity of activities, things to do there, as well as the island life that you get to experience is amazing. It's a beautiful place from Stone Town, where you get the ferry to, or you can fly into. From there, you can go up north to Nungwi, or you can go to the east to Paje, down south to Matende. From every corner, there's so much to experience. Swimming with dolphins, swimming with turtles. You've got the different island activities, lots of foods to try. Gotta say, the diversity is beautiful, but cool that these 3 different areas, you've got hot and dusty, and then you've got the mountain and the very green, and then you also have this beautiful island life. So I love that. That's one of the things I was not expecting about Tanzania, and that I've really, really enjoyed. Before I get to my third point, I wanted to say, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as a part of the tribe. Thank you for being here. The third point, let's get into that, okay? Is I was not expecting to love Tanzania as much as I do. There's so many different reasons why. First is the cost of living here. To eat a general local meal is gonna cost about 3,000 shillings, which is about $1.40 or so. You can go even cheaper than that. That's for eating out, is about $1, which is absolutely amazing. I'm thinking in the States, my lunch is gonna cost me between $12 and $15 about. Unless you're buying all the ingredients and stuff, you can go cheaper. And not just the food, but a lot of other things. The transportation is so cheap to be able to go into town. An Uber is gonna cost me $20 to go to the airport from my house, or even more, right? In certain cities, it's just up there. But here, the transportation, especially if you do local transportation, which can be a bit crowded, but hey, I'm always down for an adventure, but it can be a lot cheaper. So I mean, we're talking between $2, actually sometimes less, right? Between $1 and $3, which is really, really cool. All right, and then the other thing that I love here is the local food. It is really good. The fruits, so fresh. I've never had pineapple as fresh as I've had it here in Tanzania, especially in Zanzibar. It's so sweet, so juicy, I love it. They have amazing passion fruit, watermelons, very, very common. bananas, everything. So big fruit guy, big smoothie guy, so here is definitely amazing for that fresh local feel. And then also for their lunches, they have different options between rice and beans. You've got ugali and meat, and you've got chicken. They do a lot of skewers here. So I've really appreciated the food here. While there's not as much variety, it still is really good. And especially the longer you live here, you get to experience that and kind of notice the differences between the qualities of the food. I also absolutely love the different activities between Kahama and kind of that dry feel to being in the mountains to being on the island. I mean, you've got safari. I mean, think Serengeti. The most beautiful sunsets. Even though it's dry and everything's spread out and you've got this savanna field, it's still its own beautiful area. And so safari is absolutely amazing. Going to waterfalls, swimming here, swimming with turtles, and then in Arusha going on a waterfall hike and experiencing that. If you're in Zanzibar, going on a boating tour or scuba diving, they've got kite surfing. There's so many different activities to experience here. Alright, and then just the last point I want to make is I did not expect to love the people as much as I do. They are so amazing here. Like, just from the kids, like the little kids here, how much they love you and just want to, Jambo, Jambo, and just interact with you and play. It's adorable, it's amazing. But also, like, the teenagers and the adults, like, everyone is just so kind and they want to get to know you, they care deeply, and especially as you befriend them and get to know them a lot better, you realize just how amazing the people are. So I love this about Tanzania. I think it's just amazing. It makes me feel so welcome here and it makes me want to be that kind of person as well. So all of these things just wasn't expecting, and now I'm just in love with Tanzania, and I'm excited to get to know the country better as well as travel and see other neighboring countries here in Africa, which is amazing. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please, you can join below. Thank you so much for being here. Who knows, you may find yourself in a video like this one or traveling with me on a trip to go somewhere really neat or somewhere that you've always wanted to travel to. You can find out more about that down in the description. And I want to say thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of my tribe. And if you liked this video, I've got another video here that I think you're gonna love. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next video.